Hello, this is Dr. Bartosh of Proactive Wellness and Injury Center, and I'd like to talk to you today about a topic that's seemingly on everybody's lips, and that's breast cancer awareness. Now, what I'd like to do is to give you some steps that we take in our center and that you can take as well that will not only reduce your potential to developing breast cancer, but may even prevent it from ever happening to you. Because there are things you can do. One of which is, of course, to maintain a clear nerve system, and that's of paramount importance, so that the brain can clearly and unobstructedly communicate with the rest of the body and organize and operate everything, all of the functions that it should. This can only be obtained through your doctor of chiropractic. So folks, you want to make sure and make certain that you're seeing a doctor of chiropractic so that he or she can maintain the integrity of that nerve system. The second, it really goes without saying, but nonetheless, we are aware that we have to continue to say this: don't smoke. It's been proven, it's not anecdotal, it is empirical, that cigarette smoking, whether it be direct or secondhand smoke, is an instigator and a powerful proponent to causing cancer. So folks, if you're doing it, stop, and if you haven't started, don't begin. Another thing to do is to avoid synthetic and or GMO foods. Unfortunately, we live in a society today when our foods are chemicalized, they are emulsified, they're colored, they're stabilized. So try to stay with natural, fresh, whole foods anytime and every time you can. Because every time you eat these things, you are contaminating your body, you're introducing different chemicals to your body, some of which and many of which will actually instigate the initiation of cancer. Also, you want to, in line with that, reduce your sugar, your trans fats, and your oil intakes. Now, the sugar goes without saying. The trans fats are man-made fats. These are some of the fats that you find in your store-bought baked goods, in your pastries, your breads and whatnot, and also the oils. In particular, the corn oil, canola oil, safflower, sunflower, all of those types of oils. However, it would be of benefit to you to get flaxseed oil, to eat coconut oil and or cold pressed or pure olive oil or virgin olive oil as well. Those are the good oils. You also want to remove toxic metals from your body. Those of which I'm speaking are mercury, cadmium, lead, arsenic, nickel, just to name a few. Now, many of you may be thinking that this is certainly, I'm not talking to you at this time, but indeed I am. We live in a society now where we are inundated with toxic materials through the foods we eat, the air we breathe, the fluids we drink, the cosmetics we use, the furniture we sit in. The list goes on and on and on. And these things build up in our systems and they prevent our body from operating properly, in particular the brain. And if the brain malfunctions, all of the operations beneath it will malfunction. And these metals are known carcinogens. Folks, there are tests that you can take. There are tests that you can ask your doctor to perform that will identify the presence of and even specify which heavy metal is in your system, and you can take the necessary steps to eliminate those metals from you. Also, you want to have tests taken for the mineral and the vitamin deficiency that you might have. When you have these other things that are precursors to this going on, logic dictates that you have a vitamin deficiency. Why? Because the body can't assimilate the food that you are eating because of the presence of these other chemical additions. Also, you're going to be very low in minerals as well, because the body is now going to engage in attempting to detoxify itself primarily through minerals. It will chelate itself, if you will. It'll cleanse itself or attempt to do so, and as such, it's going to deplete its reservoirs. So I can tell you that indeed that's a test that would behoove you in getting. Also, ladies in particular, you want to have a test for iodine and see how much iodine, if any, is present in your system. Iodine is of paramount importance. As a matter of fact, in a healthy body, it is to be found in literally every cell of that body. The highest concentration that we find is in the thyroid, in the breast tissue, in the reproductive organs, especially of a female, and we're talking about breast cancer. The evidence shows us clearly individuals who are subject to or a victim of breast cancer or reproductive organ types of cancers all have low iodine presence. So what you want to do is to get the iodine level in your body tested and find out what steps you need to take in order to increase that. Also, and not lastly, but one of the things that you can do is a simple test to test for the presence of the types of estrogens you have in your body. Believe me, there are different ways that the body is going to metabolize the estrogens. There are tests that will identify the presence of damaging estrogens in your body. And if you find out that you have a high level of these, you can take steps to reduce it. And there are also tests that will identify the BRCA1 and BRCA2 genes in your body. And if you have those genes that are present within you, you can speak with your doctor about a change of your lifestyle, what foods you can eat, what things you can do, what actions you can take that'll prevent these genes from being activated. By doing these things, any and all of these things, you are going to literally be reducing your potential of ever going to your doctor and having him or her say to you, "I'm sorry to tell you this, but we found that you have cancer, breast cancer in your body." Folks, as I've said in the past, and I'll continue to say always, one of the most powerful steps that you can take in maintaining and regaining your health is to remain proactive.